Alrighty, hello friends. Kind of an early start today. A little over an hour earlier than I'd normally start, but I have a reason for that. Okay, how's everybody doing? Happy Tuesday. How are you guys? Thank you for tuning in, Agetoki. I appreciate you. By the way, quick update. So I'm gonna relaunch this giveaway because we didn't get any stories, and I would still like to give away these, you know, these $60 in gift cards. So at some point I'm gonna relaunch this, and we'll just do it again. Maybe I'll change the prompt or something. I don't know, but yeah, we have no stories to read. So the giveaway basically just ended kind of prematurely. But that's okay, we can do another one. We'll do giveaway 7-2. Today we're doing a full game playthrough, hitless practice, but I might have to cut it off once we get like past all of the mobs of enemies, so probably at Karakuri, I guess I'll have to end it there. Because I'm meeting a buyer for my other CRT. I bought this 27-inch CRT, and I bought it in a bundle of 2 CRTs, so I gotta get rid of that other one. So I'm meeting him today, around like 5. Oh yeah, let's go ahead and jump in. We were listening to DBZ Budokai 3 music. I'm gonna stop it there. And also, I very, very deliberately and very carefully made sure because I recorded another episode of the Hitless series. I made sure that I changed it over to the full game split. That way you guys don't see. I don't want to spoil the next episode for anybody who is not a channel member and has not seen it yet. You wanted to submit and even started writing, but like Demon Slayer, you couldn't find the thread. Would suggest a new prompt. It's funny because like I remember getting feedback that the last prompts were too specific, and then I guess maybe these are too broad. So I don't know. I think that just getting people to write is kind of tough in and of itself, because it is kind of like schoolwork in a way, but I think it's fun. Anyway, if we don't do stories, that's alright. We could do some other kind of giveaway potentially. Because stories are just would be fun to read on stream, but we don't have to do that. The main point of the giveaway is just to give back to our community. Okay, so we're booting up the game here. I am excited. I'm going to a basketball game tomorrow, and I've never been to one. So it'll be my very first time. I think. Unless I went to one when I was like a little kid and I just can't remember. But I'm pretty sure that never happened. So we're going new game here. Yeah, we're just going new game. What was I doing here? Rail yard entrance. Oh yeah, we were doing that modded playthrough and it was bugged. So we didn't get past Stalker. That's right. Hang on, what language am I on? I should still be on Korean. Yeah. Alright, everything looks good. Alright, let's get into it. Anyway, I wish I could start at normal mode. I would love to start at 2 o'clock every day. But, you know, sometimes, you know, I can't foresee exactly what's going to happen each afternoon, so... But this is great, because I know we got a lot of Europeans, some folks in Asia, and the earlier, really, the better. Hello, Me'ame, thank you for tuning in. What do I think is the canon ending in Stellar Blade? Making new memories. Just because it's the only happy ending, you know? I mean, the other endings, there's like a really bad ending, there's the bad ending, and then the other ending is kind of just like a bad ending. But it's not like as bad. And so yeah, the only good ending, that's what I would consider canon. And I feel like Shift Up also thinks it's canon because they added epilogues to it, right? So they didn't give the other endings epilogues. Why does Nightbot do that? That's so weird. I have these intervals set for like 20 minutes, 40 minutes. We just started the stream. So Nightbot shouldn't be sending any messages right now. Hey Andy Dodo, thank you for tuning in. What's up, Bliss? Hope you're doing well. Gotta tell you something. On Sunday, you built a new PC with a Spec Edition Gundam Wing case. 5090 plus 9800 X3. Damn. Yo, that's a big dick baller build. That's sick. You know what's crazy is that Gundam Wing is like one of the only Gundams I've ever watched. I thought it was so cool when they suited up and they were like inside the Gundam. It felt like they were just in a big empty room, if I'm remembering correctly. So that's hype. But yeah, 9800 X3D, that's the CPU I would like to get. I was like playing with it in my head. I was like looking at micro sensor bundles, and I was like, do I want to build a new PC now? And I'm not going to. I'm gonna wait. Just because my rig is still doing basically everything that I need it to do. Like, yeah, I could do it a little bit better. But that's only because I put so much stress on it with like streaming and recording at the same time in such high quality. Which, by the way, I only realized like yesterday that if you do not have YouTube Premium, you actually don't even see the full quality. So you get like enhanced bitrate if you are on YouTube Premium. But yeah, because I stream at 24,000 kilobits per second. So it's kind of a lot, depending on the game we're playing. Some games, obviously, I can handle it, but yeah. You did the bundle for Micro Center? That's awesome, dude. You loved Gundam Wing as a kid? You know, I really like watching Gundam Wing. And I also like the Gundam SD, like the little toys. I thought those were so cool. I had a bunch of them. I wonder what the hell happened to them. Huh. No idea. If I were to guess, my mom probably gave them away to like my cousins or something. But I had like a handful of different Gundam SDs. They were so sick. Hello, Fabian. Hello, thank you for tuning in. But I did buy something PC related yesterday, actually. I bought a new monitor, and I'm really excited about it because I've never had an OLED monitor. And I finally bought my first one yesterday, just last night actually. And actually, I have never bought myself a nice monitor. I've never done that. I've only ever bought monitors used, like just off of Facebook Marketplace, OfferUp, whatever. I just buy used monitors because I'm like, you know, I don't need to buy a new one. But then I was like, this looks like a pretty good deal, and I really wanted a high refresh rate monitor. So I got the LG 27 GX700A, I believe it is. It's the new tandem OLED model from LG, and it's 1440p, which is exactly what I cared about. I didn't need a 4K monitor. I didn't want to spend extra for that because I just play games in 1440p anyway. And it's 280 hertz, which is nice. It's going to be a nice upgrade from mine, which is 144. 280 seems kind of random to me. I'll probably just keep it at 240 most of the time anyway. But it's cool that it has that extra functionality. And you know, as more games get DLSS, or sorry, as more games get frame gen, it'll be fun to play with that. Or if it's an older game, you can just play at 280. But like Stellar Blade, Rebirth, they both support it now. And they have pretty good implementation of frame gen. So I'd be curious how it looks on there, because I could optimize my graphics settings a little bit and get like a nice 120 out of either game. And then frame gen up to 240. And that should be fun. But yeah, the monitor was... It was $549. It was extremely expensive. However, what pushed me over the edge is that there was an extra $100 cash back through like a PayPal offer. So I was like, oh, $450? Okay. Yeah, I think I will splurge on this. So it's my very first time buying myself a nice monitor. And the other thing I justified it is that I stare at this monitor so much, it's going to be my gaming one that I keep over here where I'm looking at. So it's just when I'm playing games, and I look at this thing so much, I may as well get a nice monitor. OLEDs are awesome. Yeah, it's gonna be my first one. I'm excited because my favorite genre is horror, survival horror. So like when Resident Evil 9 comes out, I'm gonna be hyped to play it on that. I'm probably gonna, once I get it, I'm gonna replay Silent Hill F, Silent Hill 2, Resident Evil 4 remake. I'm gonna play through all sorts of shit again, just to experience it like that with OLED. Anyway, here's Brute. I had to finish talking so I didn't confuse myself. One. 1 and 2 and 3. Got a shield break. There's the unblockable, interrupt that. 1 and 2. 1. 1. And one more parry. 1. Alright. And we have charged up our beta. Just wanted to make sure my beta's maxed out, because I'm going to spend a slash once we get to the creepers at the beginning of 807. The deep blacks you get with OLEDs is incredible. Yeah, like I've experienced it. I've experienced OLED a little bit at like my friends' houses. My ex-roommate, he has a ridiculous 77-inch gigantic Samsung OLED. It was like the best one like a year ago. And that thing's crazy. Just watching him play different stuff on it. Like I watched him play some God of War Ragnarok on it. It looked so good. It looks so crazy. But that's a 4K. You know, the thing is, anything like I like 27-inch monitors myself. To me, it's like the perfect size. If you want like slightly bigger, I can also understand that, like maybe 32. But I wouldn't go above anything for that for a desk. And since I'm just playing so close to it, you know, I don't need the highest resolution. On a big TV, yeah, you want 4K, of course. But 1440p, that's what I'm running games at anyway. I don't really care to target 4K. You literally ordered a new CPU, going from a 2700X to 5700X. Decided not to wait for Black Friday because you heard it's risky and that prices actually could go up for a lot of things, really. Well, there's like websites that track that stuff. That track like, oh, this is like an all-time low, this is blah blah blah. So there's definitely ways to check. And also, oftentimes if you just Google the component that you're looking for and like search it on Reddit, people will post like when deals happen for so-and-so components. And you can also use that to kind of track like, okay, it went on sale for this much at this time. Dang it. I'm gonna grab this body here for the experience as well. I'm pretty sure this one gives you a little bit. It does. 12%. Let's not be risky here. Okay. Just take it nice and easy on those spiders. Not like last time. I believe last time we did this, I literally took a hit right there on those two creepers. I'm not even sure why I waited for that robot to explode. You don't need any of the... I mean, I don't need any of the stuff it drops. Because in order to get the experience boost, you just have to kill it. You'll get the experience no matter what. Alright, here's camp number 1. I'm going to switch the song to Blur again. You've been tracking the price of a CPU and GPU since the beginning of October, and prices have only gone up. Brutal. I mean, yeah, the Micro Center bundles, if there's a Micro Center near you, Agatoki, they're pretty good because they include like motherboards and stuff. And I know that they have good customer service. I bought my graphics card from them. So I like Micro Center. But I know not everybody has access to one, so there's that. But yeah, I'm just excited to play horror games on it. Should be really cool. And at some point, I will build a new PC. At some point. Maybe in a year. Or maybe in 2 years. I don't know. Until I need it to do something else. Like, currently, my benefits, like the benefit of getting a new PC is that... what's the word? What am I trying to say? I forgot what I lost my train of thought completely. It's a want, because it would just make the experience overall better for me. Like if I wanted to play Rebirth at higher FPS while streaming. But completely just a want, not a need. I can still stream all the games I want to stream fine. In fact, the PC... Do I need this over here? I don't think so. No, I don't need this. Let me not even grab it then. But I will grab this one. But yeah, like Rebirth was the game that pushed me like, okay, I think I need a new graphics card. 10 gigabytes of VRAM is just not enough, which is what my old 3080 had. Just not enough. But processor-wise, I think I'm still fine. I'm killing both of these guys stealth, just for extra safety. And like, yeah, I could get more frames out of Stellar Blade if I upgraded my PC. But that's just because I'm being picky about the graphics settings. You know, I want to keep everything maxed out 100%. If I just lower a few things, we could get a very clean 120 out of the game. There are no micro centers in Utah. Ah, damn. That's surprising that Salt Lake City doesn't have one. Because Salt Lake City's like, you know, aren't they pretty cool now? So there's that. I hope you guys get one. You know, for the longest time, we didn't have one in Florida, or at least not like near Miami. But then they added a micro center Miami. I'm probably GPU bound most of the time, right? That 5070 Ti you have is great. Yeah, if anything, I'm GPU bound, exactly. Like, I'd never notice my CPU utilizing itself completely. But I think that if you have like a better CPU, it unlocks more of your GPU, right? So, somehow. Nice, that was a good kill. And then just one left. Nice and clean, just take it easy. Slow and steady wins the race, right? Wait here, wait here, wait here, walk away. Why didn't I didn't walk away. Okay. That's really disappointing. I just didn't walk away. So we gotta take 2 hits for that. Oh, hang on, my bad. I wasn't even tracking it. Go to Abaddon. We took 2 hits on the ambush. That's brutal. However, you know, if I wanted to, I could also do this on the original release of the PC build, which is patch 1.000. And on that version, we can do an ambush skip. So I wouldn't even have to fight those guys, but I mean, I don't really care too much about fighting them. It's just, yeah. The thing is, this is also like 10 minutes into the run. So it's very easy to just reset there if I do fail the ambush. 807 has the hardest enemies to deal with. Far and away. There's no other enemies in the game that are really as sketchy if you're being patient. Just because, you know, we don't have our gun yet. As soon as we get our gun, mobs are not really an issue anymore. It's more just like if I'm impatient. Also, right there, I didn't even do my usual thing. Why am I doing this? Whatever, I don't have time to restart, but... had another hit. Okay, for that guy, what I like to do normally is I jump, do the aerial string, and then land and do an incursion 4. And then on this last hit of incursion 4, it'll kill him. On normal. Only if you get unlucky and if it runs away. The Hydra can fly away and go invisible. It happens. But that incursion 4 would kill after landing. I just was not thinking about it. Oh, you know what else too? We could go skin suit. Why am I not doing that? Because we're doing Hitless, I should play skin suit anyway. Okay, cool. This is cooler. I like this. You've been wanting to get an RX 9060. From what you understand, it's pretty equivalent to the 5000 series, but it's much cheaper. I don't know about that. To be honest, I'm brand new to AMD. I've never owned AMD processors or graphics cards. But I was, you know, after Intel kind of gave up, I thought, oh, let me just try out one of these X3D ones. So for a while, I was like, okay, I guess maybe I'll just get a 7800 X3D, and then they came out with the 9800 X3D. I was like, okay, I guess I'll just wait for that to go on, like, into deals. And it's still what I plan to do. I mean, the thing is with technology... Oh, skin suit doesn't work in training mode? Oh, I didn't realize that. I guess it just puts you to default no matter what. Or, I don't know, do other costumes work in training mode? Not entirely sure. I think they don't. I think they don't. Anyway, here's Abaddon. Also, one thing I could do on my hit counter... Wait a minute. That should be... I forgot to hit the barrels. I was confused with my hit counter. I was going to say, there's also a setting to have it show hits on the way to bosses. So if I wanted to, 1, 2, I could separate on the way and on the boss. Just to keep track of it a little bit better. So, 1 and 2. 1, 2. That worked out perfectly. Interrupt that. I'm surprised he did that. And then he does this. I was fully expecting... I'm surprised. Like, actually. Is boss challenge a little bit different? 4 hits on the Abaddon split. So, I was expecting that. I'll explain. I will explain. But I was expecting the unblockable. He did not do the second unblockable, which is how phase 2 usually starts. Okay, no dropped frames. A little bit dropped frames. Weird. So the way phase 2 pretty much always starts is he'll go for an unblockable, and then he'll go for another unblockable right after, even if you interrupt it, which is what I always do. So I was, in my head, I was like, I'm going to do a triplet. I'm just going to do a triplet because I want to interrupt the second one. And then he did a string, which would have been optimal. It's actually better luck, because he was 1 balance away from getting the retribution. Anyway. That's alright, not a big deal. Games are getting VRAM hungry nowadays. Unbelievably VRAM hungry. You know, it's insane because had they just put 12 gigs of VRAM in my 3080 Founders Edition that I had, you know, upgraded from, I would have not needed to buy a new graphics card. I would have been fine using that one for at least another few years. I really just needed 12. I just needed 12 gigs. Okay, now that these guys, we've lowered their numbers a little bit. We've dwindled their numbers a bit. Take out those 2 guys. And I'll kill this dude with this barrel. Okay, he's gonna explode. Come over here. Just make this as nice and clean as possible. Look at that. That was easy. I love the ragdoll physics. Man, the ragdoll physics in Rebirth have been making me laugh a lot. I made a clip. I posted it in... Actually, did I post it in our Discord? But I made a clip on our last Rebirth stream. It was hilarious because I killed this enemy, and then they went flying upwards during the... Like, you know how when you enter the... Like, the menu to select abilities? It pauses, like, it slows down game time. So this enemy was flying up in the slow motion, and it looks ridiculous. It was awesome. I love when it happens to the enemies in this game too. Damn it. 1, and that's it. 1, 2. And this guy's chasing me also. This is bad. You saw that clip? It was hilarious. I loved it. I'm in a really bad position. This is about as bad as it gets. But I've got barrels. Ugh. This is such a poor start to the run, and I would restart if I had any time, but I don't have any time. I literally don't have time. In fact, it's a little bit irresponsible that I'm streaming. I already scheduled it, so I didn't want to cancel. But this guy's driving to meet me, so I cannot, like, keep him waiting. You know what I'll do, potentially? You know, it's maybe smarter. How about I just do the end of the game? This is not working out. Hold on. Let's pivot. I'll do Matrix at the end of the game. That way we can essentially play more. So I'm going to take this PB. I'm just going to fast forward to Stalker. We'll go to the Stalker split. I'll load up a save. I'll load up a save. Go to my Hitless practice. Bam. And actually, no, I don't have one there. I guess I'll use this one. We'll go to Matrix 11. And this should be loading into my 5th save slot. It is. Okay. Load save state. All right, now. So we're pivoting. We're at 28 minutes. 29. Okay, if you're jumping to this timestamp, I am short on time. And since we just had like a really nasty start to the run, I decided I'm just going to go ahead and simply do Matrix. I'll just start at Matrix and play through Spire. Because that way we can see kind of the more, you know, the more exciting part of the game, right? Where stakes are higher. And luckily, this save that I have here is from a New Game Hard speedrun save. So, well, I just need to take this off. Okay, there's our skin suit mod. And this is how I would have upgraded Eve anyway. We'd literally be using all this same stuff. But we're on normal. So let's go ahead and continue. I love having a save manager. Is the 3060 Ti not good nowadays? I don't know how many... Oh yeah, it's still 16 gigs of VRAM. Yeah, if you're playing at lower resolution, you should be fine. I mean, if you're playing at 1080p, it's going to be a fantastic graphics card. But to be honest, I never watched reviews on it. I don't know what the benchmarks are. So, you know, when you're building a PC, you build it for a reason, right? Build with purpose. Don't just build like and just... You can get... It gets really expensive really fast because it's kind of like a bottomless pit as far as how much money you can spend. So if you build with a purpose, like I want to play these games at these settings, you're going to have a better time and you're going to feel more fulfilled when you do get to use it for those goals instead of just having like a limitless sky of goals, right? So what games do you want to play and what settings and what resolution do you want to play them at? And if your graphics card works for that, then it'll be a good buy. You play on 1080p? Hell yeah, so there you go. That would probably be a really good card for you then. But as long as you stick to that rule, just build with purpose, I think you'll be happy. If you're just kind of building just for fun, you know, you might not get that same fulfillment. Like, you're probably building a PC for a reason. Oh yeah, I always like to mention it, but when you're going through Matrix 11 at the very start here, there's a nice document you can pick up for some extra Lily Bar. That's an extra 1% Lily Bar right there, if you're trying to get Lily Bar ASAP. The base stellar game really needed a better saving system. Yeah, I wish it had manual saves. I really do. You know, because it sucks for console players, they don't have that option of using like a save manager like I'm using on PC. But yeah. And you know, I don't know why they don't have it. I'm not sure, like, what's the limitation? Because I would understand that they would not want manual saves if the game had any punishing mechanics, but it doesn't have any punishing mechanics. It's got 0 punishing mechanics. You don't lose your experience when you die. You know, it's not like that's really the main thing. So I feel like it should have manual saves. Oh yeah, this is nice. This feels good just running through Matrix. I love it. Hell, I should have just done this from the beginning. Okay, so let's grab this, because I might use it for something. In fact, I was thinking that if we did do Hitless at some point, if I do Hitless, true ending, meaning, rather, not even true ending, but like, because if I do true ending and go to Eidos 9, I don't have to fight Corruptor 3. But I was thinking, if I do a run where I want to fight Corruptor 3, it'd probably be really nice to grab the missile upgrades, just so I can shoot Dozer with the missiles, because I think that'd be the fastest way to kill it. So, oh, hang on. Look, I almost rushed. I almost went into speedrun muscle memory, but these guys, just gonna shoot them down. Nice and easy. Just to keep it simple there. Because if you do an assault kill, if you're unlucky, you can get hit as you're coming out of the assault kill. Like when you don't have invincibility frames anymore, and then you'd be kind of screwed. Nice. We just barely caught that guy. That was good. It was about to reanimate that corpse, so that was close. AR6U06. Anyway, so sorry for anybody just tuning in if you were expecting a full playthrough. That was the plan originally. Kind of just ran out of time. Or suddenly, the buyer wanted to meet today, and I gotta get the CRT. It's just been living in my car, and I would love to get it out of my car ASAP. So since they're being nice enough to drive to my area to meet me to pick it up, I don't really want to keep them waiting. So I told them around 5 I'll be ready. Hey Zucky Jucky, good to see you again. Thank you for tuning in. Can I do a reaction for State of Play Japan? When is that happening? I don't usually watch that kind of stuff, but I mean... you know, generally, yeah, I could do that. If someone tells me, like, hey, can you watch the State of Play? I probably would watch it. If we have time at the end of the stream, I can look over it. My goal right now is just to get to the end of Spire. And I got plenty of time to do it, so yeah, we should make it no problem. You feel like it's just then wanting players to be as comfy as possible and not have to worry about saving? Probably an oversight on their part. Oh, you think they did it out of like a convenience thing? Well, I mean, I think that you don't gotta have... I don't know. Because it's like every single game, every modern game has autosaves, you know? Even a lot of old games have autosaves. Like from PS2 generation, they had autosaves. But like... I don't know. I feel like they did it on purpose. I can't imagine it's an oversight. Because Shift Up, they're so good, like... They've updated their game a bunch. Like, if they wanted manual saves, I think they could have done it in all the patches that they've done, you know? State of Play Japan is in a few hours. Oh, so I will already be gone. Because I'm going to be out of here in 2.5 hours. I hope, well, I don't know. I was going to say, I hope there's not more information on Resident Evil 9, because I keep seeing stuff. It's so irritating. I learned who the protagonist is just by, I forget where I saw it, but it was already spoiled for me. So I was like, oh wow, so I started making connections in my head. So that's pretty obnoxious. It's so hard to avoid, like, learning things about games. Like, I'm already buying the game. I don't want to know anything about it. But, oh, it might have been through Steam. Because, like, Steam pushes updates. So if you own, like, the other Resident Evil games on Steam, it'll be like, hey, look at this update about RE9. Blah, blah, blah. It was on there or somewhere. It might have been on PlayStation. I think it was on the PlayStation Store. They had, like, some Resident Evil sale or something. So, anyway, but I'm trying to limit myself. I don't want to know anything about the game. But yeah, with Stellar Blade in particular, this game scales down really well. I played it on Steam Deck. I didn't play through the whole game, but I played it on Steam Deck, and you know, it works. It plays at 60 FPS, low settings, but it works. So with enough tweaking and with enough DLSS or FSR, a little bit of help from them, you'll have a very playable experience. Hello Sinut, Zhao An. Good to see you. Wow, it is... Sinut, you must be up very late. What are you doing here at this hour? It's like 3 AM over there, isn't it? I hope your sleep schedule is not too messed up. So we're almost at Stalker here. Look for the line right here, this one, and then skip forward. Just to skip that dialogue, because it'll slow you down. Let's get a perfect Stalker. There we go, perfect Stalker. Man, it's so funny because, like, I start the fight that way every time in the boss challenge videos. That was just disastrous. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Or pulse. I never researched her pulse. Oh. 1, 2. I guess I never researched her pulse. Let me add my hit. 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'll take a blink. Okay. 1 and 2, 3. Start off with the retribution, of course. Get that out of the way. 5 string. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5. Delay and dodge. Nice. Clash is always good. Free damage. Kind of like a mini insta-kill. One and 2, 3, and 4. So we took a hit. A hit. At the very beginning of the fight. Sick. Did I mention I'm going to an NBA game tomorrow? That's why I'm wearing my Miami stuff. Because I don't actually own any Miami Heat merch. I don't own anything. I don't watch basketball. But I got invited to go, so I was like, okay, sure. I'm down to go. It sounds like fun. I'm going with 2 of my best friends and a mutual friend. And I'll just let them educate me as I'm watching. So, even though I'm wearing baseball stuff, it's still Miami. Like, they both got Miami in the name. I've also never been to the arena where the Heat play, so that should be cool. Okay. Here we get a free heal. Bam bam. Now I upgrade burst stuff. We want overdrive ASAP. And actually, I will also get repulse because Juggernaut will do repulse. And I'm used to doing repulse right now just because we've been doing a lot of the boss challenge stuff. I gotta train it, of course. Oh, I don't even have focus boost. Yeah, I guess I really was speedrunning here. That's fine. Well, no, it's not. We're doing Hitless. I should turn focus boost on. And reflex boost. Make it easier. And then overdrive. And then more overdrive attack power. And that should be good. Happy with that. Buy some ammunitions. I've got a pump. I guess I'll buy 1 more. Although I'm not expecting to die, but I could. Hello, Jonathan Ka. Thank you for tuning in. Tuning in from the work office. Cool. Question, do I know where to find Crit Enhancement 3-star Mark II? Can't seem to find it at all. Wait, it doesn't show up on like the usual website guides like game8.co. Game 8, they should have everything. But to be honest with you, no, I've got no idea. That's one that like I never even used the Crit Enhancement gear. So I definitely don't know its location. The only locations that I know off the back, off the back of my hand, are the ones that I always grab. So like the speed gears, I mean, well, the shield destruction gears, I know where the speed gears are, the double edge gears, yeah, stuff like that. I meant to assassinate that guy. But game 8, they should have guides on all of that. Wait, I did this all wrong. I did this all wrong. I did this entire... I was not even... Oh my goodness. Can we just do a redo on that? It's not even valuable practice. Let's just do a redo. I forgot that... All I've been doing recently is just Hitless boss challenge and playing Ghost of Tsushima. So I was not even thinking about like how I tackle this room. So I'm just going to restart the room because I need valuable practice. And if I immediately skew away from the strategies that I would do, it's kind of just like pointless, right? Alright, so let's do this room normally. I would normally shoot that guy with my laser. That's how I would... the first guy. And then I'd run to the back of the room and do a slash and then finish everything off with my shotgun. And this guy, I can just assassinate. Less risk. Okay, grab the body, and then we climb up. And I guess if I'm making the rules, I can't break any of them, right? So look, right here, this first guy. We'll just start off with a laser. And I almost killed him. Okay, but yeah, what's nice about this is that... Notice how nobody else spawned in yet. So now I can just run to the back of the room. Wait here. Kill these two. Kill this one with my shotgun. And then kill this guy. Alright, and there we go. That's kind of like the normal strategy. So that was good. ECAC 6L. Okay, what else? What's coming up? We got 4 more creepers to kill, and I'm gonna backstab a cricket butcher. That is the next room. And also for these guys right here. I could assassinate one of them from up above, but then it'll put me technically in a bad position where the other guy could bother us when I'm coming out of the iframe. So I'd rather just laser one. Finish him off there. And then come up here and then assassinate the other guy. Just to save some ammo. Or you could shoot both of them, whatever. But see, this is guaranteed. No risk. That's kind of the name of the game when you're doing Hitless. Maybe you missed it. Set it from Kaya but can't seem to get her to sell it. Oh, Jonathan. Oh yeah, there you go. As Agatoki said, you gotta get their affinity up. When you buy stuff from Kaya, just buy enough stuff and then it'll unlock more of her shop. I forgot to switch back to my shotgun. Okay, so here's the cricket butcher. They are facing me, so I will wait. We'll just patiently wait here for a sec. And once they're kind of past that barrel right there, they shouldn't see you. Because these enemies, they've kind of got eyes in the back of their head. Or I think what it is that they're turning their head as they walk. So then they might catch you out of the side of their peripheral vision. I'm grabbing the burst transexor spine just because I like it. You don't need to get this. And then there are 2 more creepers that you gotta kill. Or sorry, skullings. These guys are mandatory. Because if you don't kill them, they will chase you into this room. Or rather, the bodies that they animate will chase you. Alright. But is there anything that you guys are looking forward to with this state of play? Let me know what you're anticipating. Also, what's the difference between, like, if you guys said it's state of play Japan, so it's taking place in Japan? Oh, I guess it's TGS time, isn't it? Does TGS happen around this time? Maybe that's why. I can't remember. I used to follow Tokyo Game Show every year. I just know it's towards the end of the year. Okay, I'm gonna pick up some ammo here as well. From this ammo chest, which is nice, very handy, so you don't gotta run to a shop. Although there is a shop right after this, but at least, and when you're speedrunning, obviously you don't want to stop at shops for just to get a little bit of ammo. But even in a hitless run, you know, you want to keep the flow going a little bit. Don't want to stop everywhere. So here's another simple room. Just slug that guy. Walk forward, this guy will spawn in. Then, there's a sculling that'll spawn in behind this box. As you get closer. There it is. Now I can go ahead and laser this dude. And I'll laser him again. I'll laser him... no, I'll save it. We'll just shoot him with these. Okay, perfect. In fact, I should go back and buy ammo. And it's funny, I was just talking about, like, you don't gotta stop at every shop to buy ammo, but actually, I just remembered sometimes, right before Juggernaut, on that elevator, you know, you gotta shoot a lot there, because you want to shoot the hive before you arrive at it. So, for that particular enemy, I want to make sure I've got plenty of ammo. Phantom Blade Zero is Chinese as well. The game looks incredible. Oh yeah, that's the game with the cool music. That's gonna be sick. I hope that game goes to Game Pass. You wonder if it'll show any more of Tides of Annihilation? Oh, true. Forgot about that one. You're looking forward to Phantom Blade Zero and Beast of Reclamation. Beast of Reclamation, another new one. I've never heard of that. Okay, quick puzzle. Wow, that was a nice easy combination. Hopefully I have my shotgun out, because that's what I would like to have equipped for this. You could also set, if you wanted to, you could set a smart mine. I did not have it equipped. But yeah, you could put a smart mine right here, and it will also kill the sculling as it walks in. I just like to use shotgun. Because, you know, shotgun ammo is cheap. You've got plenty of it. What I'm more worried about running out of is my slug ammo. And my explosive rounds. Between Wukong, Wuchang, Phantom Blade Zero, and Tides of Annihilation, China's crushing it lately. Yeah, it's nice to see. I want everybody to be good at making games. Not just Japan. Here are some free WB pumps, so it's always good to grab this chest. And nanos. And then here's a water break cutscene. Yeah, I'm anticipating Fatal Frame 2 remake, Silent Hill 1 remake, Resident Evil 9. That's all I've got on the horizon. And then, you know, whenever there's information on the next Final Fantasy VII, which we are playing on Wednesday, by the way. Wait, sorry, Thursday. I'm playing that on Thursday. I'm excited. Because I think that tomorrow... I'm not streaming tomorrow because I'm going to a basketball game. But next stream, if we can get to the point of no return, that'd be such a great stopping point. So I want to try to do 2 chapters in one stream. Because then I can, like, go back and do some side questing. Because I want to at least complete all the region maps. Which I'm sure is, like, a pretty big task in and of itself. But yeah, I want to do it. So. Oh yeah, also. Regarding streams, since we're not streaming tomorrow, the next episode of the Hitless Boss Challenge series is going up tomorrow morning. If you're a channel member, you've already seen it. That was like 2 days ago, I think I uploaded it. But it'll go public tomorrow. Tomorrow morning. So you can look forward to that if you wanted a little bit of Stellar Blade content, because I'm not streaming tomorrow. Whoops, wrong thing. To be honest, I should have upgraded my laser to level 2. I think I normally do, but again, we're using a speedrun save here, so maybe I don't normally for that use case. But this is still fine. And if you're just tuning in, earlier we had started on 807, and I was like, you know what? Because it started really badly. I was like, let's just skip this and just do Matrix Spire, because that's what I want to practice more of. I don't even really want to use that. Well, let's just get closer. There we go. Because 807, if we're actually going for, like, hitless runs, like, once we get close, once our PB is, like, under 5 and we're going for hitless runs, I can always restart 807. It's right there at the beginning of the game. But I do not want to restart in Matrix or Spire. So practicing Matrix and Spire a lot is just, I think, more valuable. Beast of Reclamation is from the studio who makes Pokemon. Wait, Game Freak? You thought we watched the trailer on stream? I definitely would. I don't think I've ever watched a trailer besides Tides of Annihilation on stream. Pretty sure that's the only trailer that we've watched together. But no, it definitely wasn't my stream. And if it was, I really do not remember that at all. Because I've never heard of that. Okay, there we go. Everything died in unison. Beautiful. Because the hive will not die until you kill the... I think. It like waits until the sculling dies and then it lets you kill it. Even if it has 0 HP. So you kind of gotta do them together. Okay, from here, buy some ammo, go into Juggernaut. We're gonna obliterate him. No holds barred. I'm gonna use my shotgun and everything. More damage. And more... I can't grab this just yet. I'll get some energy then. Okay. Oh, my Eagle Eye's not even maxed out? What? Why do I not have this maxed out? That's weird. Oh, I know. I know why. It's because... Wow, no wonder. No wonder my guns felt kind of weak. Okay. That's right. These saves are not for my new game hard speedrunning. These saves are from when I was doing something else, but I never upgraded anything. I think. Because, yeah, otherwise I would have definitely upgraded Eagle Eye. So, okay. I was just missing that. It's all good. My Eagle Eye is much better now. Hell yeah. It's Niantic's take on a Souls-like / adventure game. Interesting. Well, that makes me think of Digimon, because I know that Digimon has been making... They've been making, like, very badass games recently, right? So hopefully it's like that, at least. Repulse. I like that. Give me a blink. Nope. Dodge and wait for his foot and dodge. This is invincible. Rather, it's uninterruptible, so you gotta make sure you always do that blink. Or dodge it. This is the big overhead. Oh wait, that's interruptible? Oh. It is? Or I might have broken his shield, I'm not sure. No problem there. Easy peasy. Also, that big jump, he was about to do his big jump, but since we broke his shield, or rather since we killed him, it interrupted it. And he was like in a squat about to jump up with all his might. Because yeah, normally you cannot do anything about that jump. Once it's happening, you just gotta dodge it. Or I guess you could run away too, I think. Hello, Robin, thank you for tuning in. A little late? No, I'm just a little early. You're at the correct time. No worries. Yeah, so for anybody else just tuning in, and Sravin, to explain what's happening today, it's kind of a short stream today because I gotta meet the buyer for my other CRT. When I bought my CRT behind me, I bought 2 of them with the intent to sell 1 of them. So I'm gonna meet him around 5. So I basically got a little bit less than 2 hours left. So we started a playthrough, and my goal was, I was thinking, okay, I'll just start a playthrough and I'll at least get past all the enemy mobs. So I'll do all the enemy mobs, which would put me, you know, at Karakuri. And then that'll be the playthrough. So we can at least practice most of the hitless, route. And then we started 807. It started really badly, like instantly. So I was like, hey, you know what? Let's just skip to Matrix. So I loaded up a save to just start from Matrix, and that's what we're doing right now. So I'm gonna do Matrix and Spire, and if I've got time, I'll do all the end game bosses as well. Hopefully I do, because that'll be a more satisfying ending to the stream. UNS6KA. But yeah, what's going on with you, man? Let me know. What have you got going on this week? I bought a monitor last night. My first time ever treating myself to a fancy new monitor. After years of just buying used monitors, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna buy a new one. And I justified it because it was like on sale, plus there was $100 cashback, like as a deal. So I was like, okay, I guess that's good. But I'm really excited about it. And it was good. It's pretty good value. Pretty nice value. Okay, so let's run past all this. I'm gonna backstab the guy on the left. I didn't get the backstab on the guy on the left. Let's do that again. Because I want to practice this. This should work every time. But that guy turned around so early. I have no idea why. Look, they always turn around like that. That's what should have happened. Let's do it again. This is worth practicing. I've never practiced this a lot. So let's do it like 5 times and see if it's consistent. Because that is the strategy. I find it's actually more complicated if you don't do the room this way super fast. So like the speedrun way is like the very consistent way. Worked perfectly. I'll just put a hit on that just to remember that I did take damage here. No stress, you're probably going to crash earlier today. Had a killer workout. Did your first 5K run on Sunday after not running properly for like 1.5 years due to injury. Ah, my gosh. That's rough. But congratulations, that's awesome. I have run many a 5K. I used to do like a few a week when I was like a teenager in my early 20s. And then I got shin splints. And then I had to take a break. Actually, nowadays, I can't even really run like I used to just because of my spinal thing. So running really isn't great for me. Which sucks because I love running. But like the impact of running isn't good for my spine. So I kind of just got to stick to walking. Maybe like I could do like light, not even, like those fake jogging. Like, those people on like Miami Beach. Oh, you're not from here. But like there's these people who will just be like, they look like they're jogging, but they are not. I guess I could do that. I guess I could get into that kind of sort of running. It's like pseudo jogging. Oh, that time they also exploded immediately. So, okay, hang on. What's the trick here? Do I want to wait like 2 seconds? Let's drop in. And then wait 2 seconds. 1, 2. Okay, so the barnacle kind of turned around. Now they should be more walking backwards more. I'm not entirely sure. It didn't seem like they were that far. What I want them to be is, I want them to both be facing away from me and walking for like a few steps, like maybe 3 steps or 4 steps. That way they're kind of a little bit farther away. So I'll just wait and then go. And the thing is too, when you're coming out of the cutscene, like the escape cutscene, they might be... What the hell was that? Did you see that? That guy just exploded so early. Wow. I'm not even sure why, because it didn't feel like he could see me. Compared to all the other previous attempts. Why did he see me there? Hello, Darkness. Thank you for tuning in. Good to see you. Yeah, we're just doing some Matrix practice, and I'm going to do Spire as well. This time they both exploded. It didn't even turn around, so I guess I might have gone too fast. How about, let's try a different strategy here. Let me backstab the barnacle. Okay, so there I can backstab him, right? No, I can't. So I don't think I can reliably backstab this guy. So what if I just kill him? Shoot him down. Then what? Laser these guys? Okay. And then this guy just run past him. Doesn't even matter. I guess that works. And then once I get to over here, the Crooked Slasher should give up. Yeah, so they don't even chase you. They do not chase you up the stairs. It should have turned around, like it gives up and goes back to its patrol. And it did. Alright. One other thing I'll test while we're here. I want to see if I just shoot those guys, the explodey guys. If I just shoot them once with like one slug, will they self-destruct? Because if so, it makes this pretty simple. Here, what if I just laser this guy? Shotgun feels better. Alright, and then from over here, 1, 2. Yeah, they explode from far away. That's better. I like that better. Okay, let's move on. I'm gonna go ahead and just start killing them that way then. When we're doing hitless. Just basically kill the barnacle and then spend 1 slug ammo per explodey guy. And just get rid of them that way. And then once I'm here, I think I can reach with my laser. I can. Do one more. And then finish off with a little bit of slug. Nice and simple. Because if you get close, it will start spawning in Skullings. And there's no need to introduce new enemies. Shin Splints are a killer. You remember once you had them while doing loaded marches before. Also, you're familiar with the pseudo jogging. You call it the Baywatch run. Yes, exactly. Pretty much like a Baywatch run. Something like that, yeah. That's funny. I forgot Baywatch was a thing. I remember it was so popular. Like every cartoon would copy it when I was growing up. So they had like some kind of, you know, parody or like a spoof of just like the Baywatch slow motion running. Get some of this. And I'm pretty happy with that. Some ammo. Alright, onward. Next, we got Taki. Tomorrow's an off day. Hell yeah. Are you planning to do anything with your off day? Or just kind of taking a day off to relax? I feel like off days, they're either really productive or really lazy. That's how I usually do it anyway. 1 and 2, 3, 4. Delay and blink. One. Here's phase 2. Dodge. Watch the wing. Repulse? Give me a repulse. No, she didn't do the repulse. Nice. There it is. And that's phase 3. And we are full on energy, so nice and easy. Wow, we are so strong. 1, 2, delay, and 3. One, 2. 1, 2, 3. Delay and 4. Pretty chill. Sleep, sleep, and more sleep. Nice. That sounds good to me. You gotta have some of those days sometimes, you know? Just reset completely. And turn into a vegetable. I love it. And it's only 3 o'clock? Man, I got time. We're definitely going to be able to do all of Spire plus the bosses, I want to say, at the end of the game. Yeah, we should be very good on time. Just making sure the guy didn't message me. But yeah, I was talking to him earlier. Really happy I found someone to buy that TV, man. Because I don't have space for two 27-inch CRTs. Do you have space for two 27-inch CRTs? That's a lot of space. Also, I ordered a very cheap cable to plug in my computer speakers into my TV. Rather, that's not true. To plug in my PS2 into my speakers, and then I would just put the speakers on top of the TV. And it still has not gotten here. I ordered it like a while ago. I wonder what's taking so long. I mean, granted, it's free shipping, a really cheap item, so like they just sent it the cheapest way possible, but like still. That was 2 weeks ago. It'll just pop up in the mail someday. I know it. And when it does, it's gonna be sick. However, then I won't have computer speakers. Which, most of the time, I'm using my headphones anyway, so... Not like a huge deal, but I do like to listen to music on them. And yeah, if you're wondering what I've been playing on PS2... I'm still playing Need for Speed Most Wanted, which, I love that game. The soundtrack is phenomenal. You know, E46M3 is one of my favorite cars of all time, but it gets so grindy, and this is like... I'm about halfway into the game, and it's already so grindy. Because to progress to the next boss, you gotta, like, not only do races and stuff, but you need to, like, get your bounty, like, really high, so you gotta do police chases. And yeah, it's a lot of bounty. You just gotta grind out bounty. As a kid, you know, it probably didn't bother me at all because I was just, you know, everything was super fun. But now it's like, oh my gosh, I gotta do more police chases. And, you know, the police chases, the thing about them, that what makes them grindy, is that you cannot listen to the normal badass, like, radio songs. No, you have to listen to the police soundtrack, which is nowhere near as cool. It's just like generic running from the police music, whatever. It's like suspenseful drama type music. So if you could just listen to the regular radio while you're running from the police, I'd have so much more fun with it. That's really the big thing for me. Because like just doing free roam or doing races, you get to listen to the sick soundtrack. But yeah, it's a bummer to wait for the cable. Sucks when you just need one last thing to arrive. Seriously. I mean, the speakers on this thing are not bad, but you know, playing Need for Speed, the soundtrack is so good, I want to listen to it on my good speakers. Because I've been using the same 2.1 speaker setup since like 2009. So they are period correct. There were still CRT monitors available at that time, so they're like magnetically shielded. So I can put them right next to my CRT, and it's totally safe. It's not going to mess up the image. However, the subwoofer is not magnetically shielded, so... But that's going to be on the floor. My TV's on a table. That is safe. That's enough separation there. But you wouldn't want to put the subwoofer like too close to the TV. Anyway, but yeah, video games are going to sound absolutely awesome on it. I can't wait. I can't wait because I've never experienced it. Like, I've only ever played, you know, and it's amazing too, like growing up as a kid, right? We didn't know what a good picture looked like. Everything just looked awesome. So playing games on composite growing up, I was like, oh yeah, this is sick. But playing on component is so much better. Because I'm actually still waiting on those cables too. So I'm waiting on 2 cables. My component cables, which will get here quickly. Those will probably be here like in a couple days. Because those were through Amazon, and my friend who has Amazon Prime, I don't have Amazon Prime. He was nice enough to order them for me, and then I just paid him. So, I'm going to be playing on component with a 2.1 speaker setup. It's so sick. You think people underestimate what a difference audio can make, man? Seriously. Yeah, good headphones are paramount to any kind of good horror game experience, especially. And Stellar Blade. Stellar Blade 2. Like if you were, okay, here's one thing. If you're playing Stellar Blade for the first time on Steam Deck and you're using the Steam Deck speakers, not optimal. However, the speakers are pretty good, but it's not optimal. The soundtrack is too good. You gotta have headphones or you gotta be playing on some kind of speaker system. Like a soundbar, something, anything. I want Rush Chain 1. I want that. And I want some more speed, I think. Is that what I want? No, I forget the speed. Let's just get this. I want counter 2 and then I'll get counter chain 2 soon. Let me try not getting speed for overdrive. Because to be honest, it's like... it's not that important, I don't feel like. What I care more about is the damage. It already gives you a speed upgrade, but like the extra speed upgrades I don't feel like are that critical. And if you're wondering what mod this is that we're using for the skin suit, oh, actually it might not be in the description. It's usually in my descriptions. I know for a fact I've got it in the description of every single Hitless video, like the offline videos, the series that I'm doing. As far as when I'm gonna record episode 3, maybe probably tomorrow. I'll just, before I go to the game, I'll just record a quick episode. So, and then I'll upload that probably on Saturday. Pretty much if I'm not streaming, if it's a day where I'm not streaming, I want to try to upload a video. And the nice thing about this series is it's easy to just record and upload, you know, or schedule later, because it's not much editing at all. I did a little bit of editing for the last episode where I shortened in between bosses. I know that Agatoki liked the chatter between bosses, but it's kind of nice in that it makes the video shorter, which to me is really valuable, and it gives me a moment to just think about, okay, what do I want to talk about during the next boss? So I think that if I use those like tiny breaks to think more, I can have better commentary potentially. You're of the belief that a soundtrack can make or break a game. Honestly, audio and music is so powerful. I fully agree. Yeah, actually, Agatoki, great point. That's why Expedition 33 is so amazing. Yeah, actually, Expedition 33, without the soundtrack, would just be a good game. It would just be a good game. Like, the combat's really fun, excellent story, whatever, but like the story without the soundtrack would not feel as powerful. And then going through the environments and just like what I love about the soundtrack is that it makes all the battles feel really significant. And that's why I'm so hyped to play that game next month or at the end of the month, very soon, whenever we beat Rebirth. To be honest, at this rate, what is it? Today's the 11th of November. It'll probably be like December 1st. We're going to be starting that. In fact, that'll be around the time that I get my new monitor. So actually, whenever that comes in, that's when we'll start it. Because like, maybe I'll finish Rebirth a little bit early. I'm going to wait for that monitor to come in, and I'm going to play it on that. That should be sick. Oh, another thing. This new monitor... let me just talk about it again. I got an LG 27GX700A. It's one of their new tandem OLEDs. And it's a 27-inch 280 Hz OLED. And it's 1440p, which is all I care about. My current LG monitor, it's got like the old HDMI, so it doesn't actually work with PS5 VRR stuff, for example. I can use VRR over DisplayPort, but not on PS5. This new monitor, this OLED one, does have all that. So I can actually enjoy my PS5 games, you know, to their max potential. So I can play them at like 120 with VRR and all that stuff, which is nice. Because currently, if I wanted to do that, I can only do it on my TV. But at least now when I'm streaming, I can do all that. And my capture card supports all that. So I'm getting more value out of my current electronics, which I'm very hyped about. Ninja Gaiden is like masculine Stellar Blade. It's a lot faster paced. The music is more masculine in nature, for sure. And the grit and all out war is amazing. Huh, interesting. Interesting perspective. I guess I understand what you mean. I mean, I feel like there's plenty of masculine music in this game as well, if you can even, like, you know, assign masculinity to music. But I get what you mean. I know what you mean. However, Ninja Gaiden traditionally is very arcadey, which Stellar Blade is not. Like, you know, fighting groups of enemies in Ninja Gaiden is like fun. In Stellar Blade, it is not ideal. It's not something you want to be doing, right? So they're just inherently different games, but I know what you mean though, and that is cool. I do want to play Ninja Gaiden 4 at some point. Next time I get Game Pass. Because yeah, I enjoy myself a really good arcadey action game as well. I love Ninja Gaiden 2 Black. That game was sick. What I really loved about Ninja Gaiden 2 Black also was just, since it's an old game, I really enjoy that old game design kind of stuff, you know what I mean? Where it's like, it just feels like an old game, the level design and all that, I love it. So cool, so much fun. You really want to try Ninja Gaiden 4? Mark highly recommends it. Oh yeah, he's very high on Ninja Gaiden right now. Very high on it. 1, 2, delay, and 3, 4, 5, and 6. Wait a minute, I didn't shoot her. Whoops. My bad. That was a mistake. Give me another 5-string, please. 1, 2, delay, and 3, 4, jump, and 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. You meant it's like you have Stellar Blade, where you're even the whole theme around the angels. Then Ninja Gaiden is just like, yeah, we're gonna Izuna drop everyone. Yeah, I do like the cinematic aspect of all that too, because obviously Stellar Blade was inspired by 4 games that the director directly named. They were Bayonetta, Sekiro, Nier Automata, and Jedi Fallen Order. And when you do the retributions in this game, I feel like they're directly inspired by the torture attacks from Bayonetta, and that they are very cinematic, very flashy, just like, you know, cool, basically like a little cutscene attack, like a little mini cutscene attack. And yeah, the Izuna drop is like that, and it's awesome. I love the Izuna drop. When I played Dead or Alive 5, I only played Hayabusa, and my main thing was I just liked doing Izuna drops on people, which was very hard to do, because you had to parry them into the grab. So you had to like really like, it wasn't like a, like you had to do it very deliberately, because you could do all sorts of different kind of parry grabs. But that shit was badass, man. Getting that to happen like in an online match, oh my gosh. Alright, we're moving on up. Lily. Thank you. It's funny because you can't even pull your gun out to aim until Lily stops showing you whatever it is she's showing you. That happens in quite a few sections in this game, actually. I forgot. We're past Xion. Yes, we're on Maelstrom 2. There we go. It's the electronic metal with Victor Borba with the vocals. Yeah, Mark, it's amazing how... You know what's so funny? I remember seeing something about how, like, men are really good at remembering, like, directors' names and stuff. And then, like, girls, I guess, like, don't care as much. And I thought that was so funny because, like... I don't know, I guess I'm a girl, man. I don't really notice that stuff either. Like, Victor Borba, I just know, like, Mark mentions that name. Mark will also mention a lot of voice actors' names. And generally, I don't know anybody's names, you know? However, with movies, I know some directors, of course. But, like, all this stuff, it's so cool that, like, people, like, know everything by name. Like, the only voice... There's very few voice actors I can think of. Like, I think of Tara Strong immediately. Tara Strong has voiced so many characters that I like. The first one I think of is Bubbles. But she's done, like, a lot of stuff. That's, like, the main one I can think of. The main voice actor. But yeah, how accurate is that? Do girls in general really not remember, like, names and stuff of, like, movie directors, whereas guys are just like, oh yeah, this director, they did this, this, and that. I mean, with directors, I could name a few more, for sure. You love Victor Borba. He has such a great voice and range. Very talented artist. Man, I wish I knew who that was. Whatever, I'll learn someday. I'll learn someday. But anyway, yeah, probably January, I would guess. January, we will play through Ninja Gaiden 4. We all know why you like Bubbles. Yep, my fiance loves Bubbles. We love watching Powerpuff Girls together. It's just such a funny show. And it's just a very badass show. Back when, like, you know, cartoons could be violent. I mean, there's some gruesome scenes in Powerpuff Girls. I mean, they were originally called the Whoop-Ass Girls for a reason. For a reason. Okay, there we go. Fun fact, men are typically better at recall and also gauging depth of field and distance. More so than women because it's in your primal hunter instincts. The skill allows us to stalk hunt. Interesting. I think I remember hearing something about that specifically, the depth of field and distance. I definitely heard that before. Okay, now we clean up the death hallway. Or murder row, whatever you want to call it. Get some splash damage going. Oh, more of them. Okay, and then the two bodies there. More. 2, 3, and 4. Okay, there we go. There's 2 more bodies just to clean up. Oh, 3 of them. I'll grab all of my free ammo because it's free. Modern evidence suggests that men and women hunted together before we switched to agriculture. I like to imagine that. That just sounds so romantic. Yeah, I've never looked up anything on that kind of stuff. I just, you know, this is all hearsay. So, I don't know. Is this laser not moving? It's just stuck there. Oh, that's weird. Interesting bug. This doesn't happen very often, but I think I've seen this like one other time. See how this one's just not moving? I think that's happened to me one other time. It's extremely rare. In fact, I believe we've done so many playthroughs. I think we've had a run once where the lasers just didn't move at all. And if you play on story mode, I know I've never tested it, but I've heard that the lasers move a lot slower as well. Which is pretty interesting. Oh look, this thing's stuck up here now because we went so slowly. So it should have been down here. Yeah, teamwork makes the dream work, exactly. Alright, here is Maelstrom 2. I'm gonna shoot this guy with my shotgun and he's going to die. Wait, do I even need ammo? I don't think I do. No, I don't at all. Let's just go in. One, 2, 3, and 4. No, it just barely survived. It's okay. Not sure why, but Abyss Lawar's tracks make you feel like you're in the club compared to Altesse. Oh yeah, the Abyss music is so badass. I much prefer it. It is sick, especially the second half. The second half of Abyss is one of my favorite tracks in the game. The second half of Abyss is so good. Once you pass that big long hallway room, Like when you're in combat, that track is nice. That thing is choice. There's another legacy, means another sip of water. My old chapstick just died recently, so I had to switch to a backup one that I got for free from my job. Because sometimes we just get all sorts of random freebies. So I just had like free chapstick from, I forget what company gave it to us. But it sucks because the one I was using before, my old chapstick was Burt's Bees, and it's like I think it's like pumpkin smell or something. Anyway, it smelled great. This new one is very generic. It doesn't smell like anything. But yeah, gotta have chapstick on deck at all times. The first time I got chapped lips, I remember it so clearly. I was in elementary school and it hurt so bad, and I kept licking my lips. I think it happened like when we were at recess, and then it started to bother me a lot. And I kept licking them, and they just kept drying out, and it hurt so much because I couldn't smile or talk. My lips were breaking. I don't know how the hell I was so dehydrated. But I even left to the, I was like, help. Whatever, I went to the infirmary. And they're like, yeah, it just sucks. Don't worry, it'll get better. I think they gave me some kind of, maybe like Vaseline or something. So that was my first experience with chapped lips as a kid. I was probably about 7 years old, maybe 8. Around there. One of the few things you miss about traditional employment, some perks were sick. Oh yeah, I wish I had any perks. This isn't even like my job. This is like, you know, because we work with other businesses, and sometimes the other businesses, just to promote their business, will give us stuff. So like, in fact, I've been using a pen from like a business that went out of business, I don't know, at least 10 years ago, but we still had so many pens left over from them. And I used the hell out of that pen for years. They were really good pens. And it's just funny using like a relic of the past of like these guys aren't even in business. They have like the phone number on it and stuff. And we're still using their pens. Licking your lips when they're chapped is like rubbing salt into a wound. Oh my goodness, exactly. I've never experienced that, but that also sounds awful. I guess it would feel similar to, would it be similar to pouring like rubbing alcohol straight onto a cut? It would just sting, but even worse, because then it's also the granular nature of it, right? How did that even happen? Oh my goodness. Unless it was on purpose. But yeah, it's a good, like a twist of the knife, you know?
우주 4호 궤도 엘리베이터 오래전부터 네이티브들이 장악하고 있어서 접근조차 쉽지 않아. 맵 데이터를 기반으로 떠나기 전에 이브와 릴리도 철저히 준비.
Alright, thank you, Adam. Okay, onward. I'll make a timestamp here. So we're at 133.
릴리, 아담 못 봤어? 기다리는 동안 매일 이브 바디셀의 출력에 좀 더 부담이 되겠지만 스케치 전투에 큰 도움이 될 거야. 바로 작업해줘, 릴리. 네, 잠시만요.
I'm like waiting to start talking about my timestamp once we're past the cutscene. Okay, we have just made it to Spire. If you're jumping to this timestamp, we had started a full playthrough, but then 807 fell apart completely. So I was like, you know what? Let's practice the most important parts, which are Matrix and Spire. So we jumped to a Spire save that I had backed up. And I just got my Rush Chain 1. I'm going to get my Counter Chain 2. I'll get more energy from dodges. And I guess I'll get a little bit of speed. Or no, you know what? I kind of want Punishing Edge again. I want to use Punishing Edge against Karakuri and the babies. Yeah, I want to do that. I'll start upgrading it. Okay, let's try this out. Typically what I would use is Descending Break, but Descending Break doesn't really clean up the spawns as easily as Punishing Edge. At least once it's fully upgraded. Because Punishing Edge has an upgrade that lets it do 2 hits. So yeah, we want that. You were sweating while you had an open cut, and the sweat dripped into the wound, and the pain just went from 4 out of 10 to like 8 out of 10. Oh my goodness, that's brutal. Yeah, that salty sweat. Oh my goodness, yeah. Nah, this is why, like, gym towels, they just smell like ocean water. It's so gross. But hey, it reminds you that smell of ocean water reminds you that you're working hard as hell. Oh, but anyway, yeah, so today it's a pretty short stream because I am meeting a buyer. I'm selling one of my CRTs. When I bought the CRT behind me, I bought 2 of them. So I'm meeting the guy at about 4:30 to 5. I told him by 5 I'd meet him, which is why I didn't want to do a full playthrough. Because the guy just messaged me earlier today, so I was like, okay, well, I want to get this thing out of my car. It's been living in my car for a few days now, which... Driving around with a CRT in the back, not really great. Not great visibility, and also I'm always worried about any kind of bump or turn. Granted, when the CRT is big enough, you're not really worried about it flipping over, but still, I don't even want to risk it. If it tipped over at all, I'd feel very bad. So yeah. It'll be a huge relief to get that thing out of my car. Nice landing there. Good safe landing. Oh yeah, by the way, fall damage does not count as a hit. So I can walk through fire and I can take fall damage safely. One of the few experiences you do not recommend people to try. Yeah, do not get a wound and then do not let your sweat drip into it. Okay. I'm gonna backstab this dude. Oh, you know what else? We can try out the new strategy for the hypertube room that we worked on a little bit a few streams ago. So I'm going to try to kill the battle droid in a very safe way. Hopefully it works out. Here we'll go Taki mode and do our usual thing. 1, 2. One, 2. Oh, messed that up completely. Wow. I wasn't even close. My first jump was just bad. That looks better. Okay. Luckily, you do get 2 attempts. That's why I like to activate Taki mode once I'm up on the platform right before starting the first jump. That way, in case I fail, I have another opportunity to do it. So, it works out pretty well. However, if you do miss the jump, it's not a big deal, because when you're doing hitless, obviously time is not a constraint. It's not a worry. So you can easily just go around. It's not like there's no risk involved with just going to press the button, so you can just go do that. But in a speedrun, obviously, you know, when you're speedrunning, you want to do that skip, because it saves a good like 45 seconds or something. It's nice. Here I'm going to grab perfect combat gear, which is good for a hitless run. So I will take off... Oh, I also forgot to put on my other exospine, so we'll do this. Put on the burst. And... take off this one. And we'll do perfect combat right here. Yeah, that's good. I gotta remember to upgrade my first exospine. I'll do that right now. Alternatively, I could have picked up, and actually I probably should have picked up the suppression exospine, but I just kind of didn't feel like it, or I forgot earlier. In this case, for hitless, it doesn't really matter that much. The suppression exospine is really just excellent if you're doing new game hard, because it makes the bosses go by faster. But in this case, like, having extra burst energy in a way is very good as well, because it lets me keep the bosses neutralized better as well. So either, I mean, there's give and take, you know. Buy some more ammo. Oh yeah, we gotta sit down. We do have it on blur. Nice. Okay, so... in fact... okay, I'm gonna start a recording here. So right now, we're gonna go through most of the Belial 1 split, Belial 2 split, and the Karakuri split. And I'm gonna show how I like to do this, hitless. I had recorded this a few times... no, I recorded this once a few streams ago, But there were a lot of trust me bro moments, as Juan said. So I'm going to try to do it a lot cleaner now. And I'm going to show starting from here, because before this, there's not much. Like, all we did earlier is we just shot a couple enemies. There was really no danger. But here, there is a tiny bit of danger involved, so this is how I like to do the room anyway. And we'll also include the sword surfing too. So first and foremost, I'm going to go walk over to the left. And I'm going to kill these guys. Now, I like to... Usually what I would do is I would assault kill that guy. And then go for this dude. But these machine gun guys, they're kind of sketchy sometimes. So I'm going to assault kill him first. Because this guy's very passive. See, he's very slow to attack me. So there's basically no danger involved. If I were to land here, do an assault kill, and then have that guy pointing his gun at me, if I get a little bit unlucky, it could shoot as I'm just coming out of the assault animation. So instead of putting myself in that position at all, where I'd have to parry the bullets or something, or dodge or whatever, I'd rather just not worry about it at all and do it the very safe way, which is in the reverse order. Then we're going to climb up here, and I'm going to do basically the same thing. I want to kill the turret guy first, so I'll just walk over this way and make sure this guy dies first. If you have chain charge, you can also use chain charge. There we go, nice and easy. Basically no danger. If I were speedrunning, I would do it the reverse order. So we're doing it the safe way here. Blur is the best camp music, definitely one of the best. My favorite is Dawn Winter though. Although unfortunately for Dawn Winter, you don't just get it right away. You'd have to like go walk into Enya's bar, you know, to go grab the gift. But yeah, for a new game, I usually like to put on Blur. Blur is a great one. Okay, here's the next button. No enemies required here. Now for the next guy, there is a battle droid and an aid bot. Now the aid bot can be kind of random when it decides to self-destruct on you. So I'm going to shoot it first, and I really hope this works. Here's my strategy. Shoot it down. It got angry. Did you see that? The battle droid kind of just shrugged its shoulders. That lets you know that it's in combat. But what I'm going to do here, I'm going to hide under these stairs until I exit combat. There. Eve just put her sword away. So I know he's walking away. And then just backstab him. So this is the very slow, consistent way of doing it. That way, that was kind of weird. I had like a free fall moment there. That way I don't got to worry about the aid bot exploding and hurting me. Because I can't figure it out exactly. I would love to do it fast and safely. But yeah, usually like in a speedrun, I would run up the stairs, immediately backstab the guy right here. And then it's the aid bot, which would be like right here. It would chase in and explode immediately because it's, you know, the guy that it was healing died. So it just self-destructs. But yeah, that's kind of sketchy, so we do it the safe way. Alright, next, we go Hypertube. Now this is my first run of the Hypertube today, so I mean, I hope it goes well. I hope it goes well. Because it can be easy to take like one hit here, you know? Whatever your demon is, whatever the one part of the Hypertube is that's hard for you, I recommend just practicing the whole thing. Practice it for like an hour. 30 minutes to an hour, and you will get really good at it, but this is how I usually do it. So I like to do a few extra dodges just because it looks cool. This one, just make sure you don't do it too late, like I just did. That's one hit. And then this one, just do a double jump. Yeah, that first rotation that I did there, the revolution, I did it a little bit too late. If you do it too early, there's like no downside, so you may as well do it a little bit early. So here's a single jump, and then single jump, and then without even doing anything, single jump. That second box that I jumped over, you do not have to line up anything. If you do the first jump properly, it'll line it up for you. So here I like to do a double jump. And then just, you know, a few more dodges just because they look good on stream, you know. Bam. Single jump here. And then for me, this is the hardest part coming up. Right here. And bam. So sometimes I overshoot that. But that's how you want to do it. And then for this last bit, I just do a double jump right here. As you're running out of track, you can just input double jump. You don't even really got to aim it. And it's very consistent. It always works for me. I fail it like maybe once in every 20 times. It's very, very rare. I think we do that one more time. So we took one hit there. If this were an actual run, I would have taken a hit right there. But just to run it back one more time, let's do Hypertube again, because it's also just a lot of fun. And I like to practice it a little bit when I get the chance to. So once more. We only messed up the very first part. Okay, right here. Just do it a little bit early. Right there. See? The downside is that I missed the health pickup, but I don't need the health pickup. It does feel better, though. If you grab all the pickups, it feels like, okay, I did it perfectly. You know, I did it developer intended. But it's not a big deal. So for that one, if you do it a little bit too early, it's good. Better than doing it too late and getting hit. Right there, that was an unnecessary dodge. I just do it because it looks cool. Here, single jump. And then without aiming anything, single jump. Notice I did not touch my left analog stick for that second jump. That's pretty much it. That's basically the Hypertube. Double jump here because it looks cool. You might be able to get over that box with a single jump, but I just prefer double jump. Another little stylistic dodge right there. Single jump to get back down. Grab all the pickups. Another stylistic dodge. And then right here, do not miss this one up. Nice. We did not overshoot it. Pretty good. So that is a no damage Hypertube. And then again, as soon as you're running out of track, right here, double jump. And you just land. No problem. Alright, and now we're going to get into Belial and turrets, which will be fun. By the way, if you do want to practice it, make sure that you pause right here. Right here, make sure you pause and go to restart from last save, because it shows you last save a minute 20 ago. That's how you know it'll put you before the Hypertube. Because right here, once you're into the cutscene, it'll give you an autosave. Right around here. Yeah, so like as soon as you're into the cutscene, bam, it autosaved. So then you're screwed. Because now it'll just start you in the Belial fight. So if you do want to practice Hypertube, especially on console, make sure you keep that in mind. He always opens up with a 5-string too. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 1, 2, and 3. That was pretty cool, right? Kind of a little choreography there. If you do that, it'll always beat out the blink. 1, and 2, 3. And that is Belial 1. I'll just leave it as one hit there because we did take one hit on the first attempt through the Hypertube. And then I just restarted for fun. Moving on, we've got turrets. The only notable thing here that you might want, if you're doing like a challenge run, the Judgment type Exospine is right here in this next room. And it can be handy. That's the only thing that's really here. Otherwise, you don't gotta go push the soccer balls around. You can just run straight across. Because there is a battle droid around here, right? Or is it on that side? Yeah, there's a battle droid. Switch to my slug and go into the cutscene. Bam. Oh yeah, this is a mod, by the way. I'm playing with the skin suit equipped, and this mod replaces the skin suit with the fusion outfit. Okay, good. It's kind of hard to mess this part up. But this next bit is hard. It's easy to mess up, rather. So I'll try to show you the most consistent way that I usually do it. Unlike last time I recorded this mini tutorial, it got kind of sketchy. I was just kind of showcasing how lucky I am. This was like a few streams ago, when it was a stream dedicated to practicing Spire. But yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and jump across here. Get up. Little diagonal jump there. Drop down with circle and then jump. Okay. Now, for practice purposes, because I might want to reset this, I'll just grab the camp. Normally, I would not grab this camp. Okay, so first of all, the first set of lasers, this one, you can just run underneath them. If you're sprinting, you're underneath them. And then I usually run through these on purpose. I drop down here and I look for a box to hide behind, which there should almost always be one. If you get kind of unlucky though, you might have to dodge. But that's just kind of the way I do it, just used to speedrunning, you know? if you're unlucky, these turrets here, they can get out of sync. But here they're pretty in sync, so like the boy band, should be good. Alright, that was good. I just did a little dodge there just in case, a preemptive one. All these K9s you can ignore. We don't gotta fight anything here. Not a single enemy. I'm gonna do the classic light skip. Just use the boxes to elevate. Use the wall to kind of guide you onto the top of the light. Once you're on the top of the center of the light, you can jump across, no problem. But you gotta make sure you're on the very top center of the light. That light fixture, if you're not on the very top center, you will not reach. Okay, now we got turrets. Now this part, I should also probably make a save here. But normally we would just run across. Alright, so here's what I like to do. You want to do a rush right away. And actually, if you want to, you can go into Taki mode as well. But I'm not going to use Taki mode for this. Because Taki mode does give you faster speed, and you might find it easier that way. You can also make some big jumps. Like, you could actually jump across from one platform to the other side. But we're going to do it just the classic way. So, I'm going to start with a rush. And I'm going to jump into the fire. Here we go. Right here, we're going to jump across into the fire. Perfect. So that worked out where I was behind the bus. Do another rush there to get behind this truck. And now we're safe. Now there's no danger. You can pause here just to be very safe because, as you can see right there, the laser can track you. So that's kind of an extra safety thing. In fact, I'll even wait right here. And now I'll go. And then just use your rush. And we're in there. We are in there like swimwear. By the way, don't feel bad if you drop some frames there. That like always happens. It always happened on PS5 as well. The transition walking into the Raphael Space Center from outside always drops frames. A little bit. I guess because it's like loading another area. I don't know. Alright, now for this guy, you can either shoot it down or you can charge a little bit of burst. So I usually opt to charge a tiny bit of burst. Grab the Nürburgring one. Or it's Nürburgring, but then I always call this the Nürburgring room. Just to remind myself what the code is. Although these are Greek letters, not German letters, so I'm ignorant all around. And now we have a nice little jump to get across. So here's what I'm gonna do. There's a couple ways to do this. You could either jump right there first and then make a secondary jump over this bit. But this is how I normally do it. I do a double jump and then I dash at the end to get across everything. And then I just hide in this corner. And then I'm just gonna wait until Eve puts her sword away. As soon as you see Eve put her sword away, you know that you're out of combat. Then you can go ahead and safely do the puzzle. Because the tentacles that we just jumped over, they have pretty good vision, believe it or not, despite not having any eyeballs. And so for that reason, we gotta hide a little bit. And then if you have like a really high IQ, you can do these at the same time. Like you can move both analog sticks at the same time to do it a little bit faster. But this is just kind of, this is the normal way that I typically do it. Alright, right on. And then we just gotta run to Belial. Now, we can't run straight into the arena, because there are enemies that could chase us. So, for the run to Belial, the first thing you want to do is make sure you jump over the tentacles that spawn to our right. Right there where I'm pointing, some tentacles spawn. So I'm going to jump right about here. 1, 2. You can actually see there's black spots on the floor. Just make sure you jump over them and you'll be fine. Here, make sure you do not accidentally rush into that K9. So I wait until I'm about here, and then I do my rush, just to make sure that I do not accidentally auto-track onto it. Because that can happen. You can auto hone in on enemies, which is not great. And then for that dog, make sure you avoid it, because you do not want it chasing you. If it sees you, it'll chase you all the way over across into this room, and it'll stop you from pressing the button, then you'd have to fight it, and that's just more risk that we do not want. So we're trying to do everything as low risk as possible. Hey Sabi, thank you for tuning in. Been listening to the Star Descent instrumental, hell yeah. Okay, here's Belial. Oh yeah, we're doing this live on stream right now, so that's why I'm kind of talking to chat sometimes. Dodge. And blink. 1, 2. I'm gonna down him with counter chain 2. Good damage. I didn't get any charge there, unfortunately, but that does not deal any damage, so we're good. See, my mistake there, I did not face him at a hit. If you're not facing Belial, you will not get the blink prompt, so that was unfortunate. Stop running away from me. Now we've got him cornered though. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. There's phase 3. Charge a little bit more. One and 2, 3. Oh, I'm out of ammo. I'm like, why is my gun not working? That's kind of funny because I've been used to doing boss challenge on minimum where I don't have a shotgun or I just have my slug. So I forgot to even notice like, oh yeah, I'm out of ammo. It's kind of funny. Hell yeah, prototype arm guy now. Your theory still stands that Belial just wanted to show you his sword after not seeing anyone for 1,000 years. And you know what's amazing? You can have that theory and no one's stopping you. You can believe that as much as you want. But I could feel the killing intent and the animosity. I felt it. But that does, you know what, Sravan, that sounds like a very funny, like an animation if someone made like a cartoon panel or something of Belial, and he's just like proud of his sword, and he's like, I can't wait to show the next person that comes in here. Next person that walks by, I will show them my sword, and they're determined. They've got like a calendar on their wall, they're keeping track of how many days it's been since they last saw somebody. That sounds really sad. Now I feel bad for killing Belial and melting him as I did. You don't gotta touch this camp, I'm just touching it because... Actually, yeah, I don't need it, never mind. There's a little speedrun skip here, which if you wanted to practice it, just make sure you do touch that camp in case you wanted an autosave. Because then you could practice it over and over and over again. However, I'll give you even more advice. Wait for this dialogue to pass. So once the elevator stops, then touch the camp, do an autosave. That way, you could go ahead and practice the next jump. And it's not like a very hard jump either, it's just a Taki mode jump. You could practice it though, like as much as you want. So, he was just a chill guy with anger issues. Chill guy with anger issues, huh? That sounds a bit oxymoronic, doesn't it? You spend like 90% of your life just thinking of the parodies, of troll parodies of everything? Hell yeah. Speaking of parodies, there's this incredible Mario... It was like a GTA 4 Mario parody, and it was like... It was just so cool. Oh my gosh, I wish so... I don't know if they made it a full-length movie at some point, but there's a trailer on YouTube, and it's called like... It's like GTA 4 The Brothers Mario. If you search that, you'll find it, but it's like GTA 4 movie trailer Mario. That thing is hilarious. Like, all the characters are represented, it's sick. Oh yeah, so right here, if you wanted to practice the skip that I'm about to do, just go touch the camp. But yeah, here I like to zip through. I use my rush to skip that tentacle that pops out of the ground. And then climb up the stairs. If you're quick, that robot won't even notice you. Anyway, it did notice me. Jump up here, enter Taki mode. And then all I'm doing is I'm just jumping across right over there to where that other enemy is. Nice, delayed double jump. Okay, I kept attacking just to make sure it would die. Because again, we're doing Hitless right now. So I don't want any risk. I forgot to switch my hit counter, by the way. This is the Karakuri split. Alright, pop the button. And then this next section is just a couple jumps. and shooting some enemies with my guns. So at this point, you're pretty much home free. We've just got some bosses left. If you're doing Hitless, I mean. This is just a nice, big double jump. You got plenty of range there. So you can even undershoot it a little bit and you will still make it. And then right here, there's an ammo chest if you did want ammo, which actually, I do want ammo. Oh, I should have bought ammo, I forgot. Whatever. We'll have plenty. Because I'm playing on normal difficulty here. So I will have enough ammo to clean up the one hive that I gotta kill next. Right after this platforming, there is one more hive. Of all the bosses, you feel like Karakuri is the creepiest looking? It's the only, like... It's really the only boss with creepy vibes, yeah? Absolutely. Okay, I didn't get my running jump there. My bad. If you're running there, you will be fine. You have way more range than necessary. Going to sleep? Oh, take care, Darkness. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. Get some rest, man. Appreciate it. Almost 6 a.m. Yeah, then that's... 6 a.m.? That's pretty late. That is pretty late. It's 4 p.m. here on the East Coast in America. So for anybody else lurking too, if you're here... What the heck? Oh. We'll just do 2 lasers. Oh yeah, I never upgraded this to level 2. For anybody else who's watching at different time zones, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Yeah, this is definitely one that I'd like to have at level 2. But, okay. Then we just gotta run past these guys. You do not have to fight them. Take the slide. Do a nice little jump here. Just a single jump is enough. And then zip up. Oh, whoops. I just kind of flew through the rope there. Last tiny bit of speedrun tech is you just jump into this. And then it'll put you into the cutscene. Because back on the base version of the game on 1.000, there was a glitch where you could actually skip this escape sequence. So you would just jump up to the platform and just cross with nothing falling on you. So that's why they made the zone to activate the cutscene much bigger, so you can kind of just jump into it and it'll hit the cutscene for you. But yeah, that's pretty much it. We are done fighting enemies. Everything else here we can just run past. And then the last 2 enemies before Karakuri, you just run straight past them, and that's the Spire. And then besides that, it's just fighting the bosses. So that is the hitless strategy that I like to follow. I guess I'll show running past those 2 enemies in case anybody wanted to see. And maybe if it goes perfectly, I'll show Karakuri and demo as well. If it goes perfectly. Why not? Oh, I almost forgot. We gotta kill 2 enemies here. Sorry. Okay, we'll skip past all this Arisa stuff. This is a good time to buy ammo. And then more punishing edge. I want this. Bam. Okay. Increase the attack power. Okay, so yeah, I think that... Because I just wanted dual edge. Dual edge should make it very strong. And then once I kill the 2 enemies upstairs, I'll have enough experience to upgrade the first damage upgrade. And then I think we'll have a very strong punishing edge for Karakuri. Oh yeah, let me equip my grenades right now. Shock grenade. Thank you, Arisa. Did you know that if you block her path at all, she will stop dead in her tracks? Now you know.
2층 출입 통로를 개방합니다.
Okay. There's an autosave. And here in the family suite, we've got what? A chest? And a little bedside nano element. Or polymer element. Just a little bedside one in case you gotta, you know... I guess it's like medicine maybe. And then a little tableside nano. Or maybe it's like kind of like a good luck charm for somebody. They just like having it nearby when they sleep. My favorite part about these suites is the couches. I mean, this couch is insane. Although I wish it was facing the outdoors. But I guess you could take a nap right here, like especially this part is sloped. So you could take a nap right here and have a hella sick view. Only 2 pillows though seems unrealistic. This thing should have probably like 10 pillows. Yeah, like 10 pillows, maybe more. Maybe a dozen. I'm not a big pillow guy where, you know, I know some folks, they like having like 20 pillows. Or okay, that's exaggerating. They like having like 8 pillows on their bed. I use 2 pillows, personally, and my back pillow. Okay, so here we are on the 3rd floor of Arisa. I equipped the balance grenades. Hold on, what are they called? Sonic grenades. Walk up, use one, do a retribution. Okay, that did not go according to plan. My bad. Let me just do that again. that's not how it should go. If anyone watches this as a tutorial, let me show how it should actually go. Okay, so here we are at the 3rd floor. I have the sonic grenades equipped. I'm gonna walk in. And then I'm just gonna pop one immediately and retribution the first guy. These guys have 2 and 4 balance respectively. Make sure you are not locked on as well. If you're locked on, it'll prevent you from doing the retribution, so... kill that guy and then do this retribution. Bam. We don't need these anymore. And then just clean them up however you like. I should have my shotgun equipped, but there we go. If you want to, you can talk to Arisa right there. There's some dialogue, in case you did not know. I feel like every time I do that, someone's like, what? You can talk to her? Okay. And now, the last 2 enemies in the game are right here. And for this first guy, I always just jump over him, like so. This guy on the left is never an issue. And that's it. You're past the mobs. After Karakuri, you'll have to run past that battle droid with the aid bot again, but same thing, just jump over him and you're safe. And that's how to get through Spire. But I'll keep playing. I mean, I'm going to keep playing anyway, but I'll keep recording, rather, I should say. Oh yeah, I forgot. We have Shield Destruction level 3. Let me put that on. I got this from Belial. Sometimes I forget. Buy some more ammo, although we're not going to use it for this boss. And now, since I killed 2 more enemies, I should have another 2 SP. I do. I'm going to grab 1 damage upgrade on Punishing Edge. And we are good to go. Agatoki, you learned that you can talk to Arisa from one of my streams. There you go. I'm glad I could divulge that information to you. Hello, Nicholas Bredo. Good to see you. Thank you for tuning in. Okay, so here's Karakuri. 1, 2, and 3. We'll just keep it going. I was really contemplating restarting there. But I don't feel like it. 1, 2, and 3. I'll just add my hit. Okay, now we obliterate her. Now I'm mad. 1, 2, and 3. Here's phase 2. blink is good. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Oh my gosh. But I've got these. I've got damage. Let's go. Wait, one of them survived? There were two more? Alright, well that's crazy. Her AI always gets kind of weird. If she drops spawns like mid-phase transition, it gets kind of weird. 1, 2, and 3. Nice. No. I cleaned them up well, though. It did clean up the Kokashis. Down her again. Go for it. And that should do it. Okay, one hit on Karakuri. Next, we got Demo. Yeah, I'll have exactly enough time, I think. I'm gonna try to do all 4 bosses. Am I doing a complete no-hit run on hard? No, we're doing it on normal right now. But at some point, yeah, we'll do it on hard. Whenever I finally get my full no-hit like playthrough on normal, we can work on hard after that. But I gotta do it one step at a time, you know? So yeah, this is on normal difficulty. And today is kind of a short stream. I mean, it is a short stream because I'm meeting a guy that I'm selling my a TV to. So I told him by 5, so I have just enough time because luckily it's going to be very close by to where I live. And I've already got the TV in my car. It's just been living there, which is why I'm anxious to get it out. Because it's been in my TV for like 4 days now or something, or 5. I don't know how long. Almost a week. Almost a week. Did I get any SP for that? I got 4? Hell yeah. Let's upgrade this again. More damage. Nice. Karakuri wasn't taking much damage, so you thought it was on hard? No, yeah, this is on... It's on normal, believe it or not. The thing is, I'm playing with... I mean, no, I've got good damage. My damage is fine. I think she's just a little bit tanky. There's our harpy feet. I usually like to stand like right here for some reason. Standing on the table, I feel like I got the best view. Thank you again, everybody, for tuning in. I appreciate you. I know I started a little bit early today. In fact, some days I would start my stream right now at 4 o'clock Eastern time. But yeah, I wanted to start early. Otherwise, I wouldn't. Like, I literally would not have even been able to do, like, all of Spire. If I started late, I would have just had to leave to go meet the guy, so... That's why I started at 2 o'clock today. Everything else is so nice. But those harpy feet... I feel like my Valentine would love this outfit. The queen of harpy ladies. We can raise the volume a little bit for Everglow. Have some more water, stay hydrated. In fact, I forgot to mention, I didn't even have lunch today because we started the stream so early. So I just had my, like, a bagel and I was like, alright, that'll last. I'll eat after I sell this TV. I'll just grab some Chipotle. It's gonna be awesome. The harpy feet aren't that bad. Just imagine they are stylized shoes. Yeah, it's just, you know, it's thematic. The thing is, wouldn't Elder have feet like that? So maybe that's why we've got the harpy feet. You know? So, could just be an Elder thing that we inherited. It would be great to have equipment that increases damage when not wearing armor. similar to Elden Ring. That'd be very useful in this run. What the hell? Why am I getting a work call? Hang on a sec. I should probably take this. I'll let the music play a little bit louder. Okay, I'm back. That rarely happens. So, since I rarely get called... Lower the music again. Since I rarely get calls from work, may as well just answer it. And it was like my coworker who's cool. Like one of my baseball friends, so... If it was my boss, I probably wouldn't answer. Like, hey, it's my day off, man. But yeah, Nicholas, you know, maybe. That's a good idea. If they had like a reward, like rewarding you for using the skin suit, you know, that sounds like kind of a cool armor. Or gear, I should say. 1. Or like maybe 1 and 2, 3. That sucks. Maybe it's like your damage increases relative to how few shields you have. Maybe. So then like if you have no shields, you get the max increase. But then again, it would either be on or off. So yeah, I don't know. It'd have to be like specifically for skin suits. 1. You thought I was gonna face demo with one hand while on the phone? Nah, I wouldn't do that. I'm not that crazy. Oh, I should heal. I forgot I'm wearing the perfect combat gear. 1, 2, and 3. Two. 1 and 2, 3, 4, delay, and 5. Then we just interrupt. I'm gonna down him. Good damage on that. Look at that damage. Do it again. Oh yeah, look at that. Phase 3. I did that by accident completely. Unfortunate. I forgot to use my shotgun this whole fight. 1, 2. Nice. That looked extra cool, because our sword was still glowing red. Yeah, I exited Taki mode. I was able to exit it, which is nice. This is so much damage. I'm so impressed by this punishing edge. One, 2, and 3. Alright, pretty rough. just about out of water. But yeah, that was my mistake there, was that I think I was trying to lock on. No, I was trying to unlock on. I was just trying to unlock on so I could run to the center of the map quicker. And at the same time, I was pressing my right back button to sprint, which is also L3, so I activated talkie mode like that by mistake. That rarely happens. I can count on the number of fingers on one hand that has happened. Probably twice. I think it's just twice. Can you even take a hit during Demogorgon? I don't think so. Like all the debris, I'm pretty sure it never touches you. Did I get past the hyper tube without taking any damage? Yeah, I did actually. Well, I did it twice. The first time I took one hit and then I did it again, and then it was hitless, which was nice. But in my head, I essentially did it twice hitless because the one part where I did take damage was like at the very beginning. It was something dumb. So it felt good. But I recorded like another tutorial type thing, which I'll try to upload soon. I think it came out okay. I'll rewatch it. I think it would be useful. Not that probably not many people are working on hitless, but like, you know, for anybody who is, it's like semi-valuable information. Don't think you can actually die here. Yeah, you can. It's on a time limit. If you don't do anything, you will die here. But then it'll just restart, so you can just do it again. I don't know what the time limit is, but I know there is a time limit. If you sit there for long enough, because we did it once. I forget how long it was. But we did do it once on stream, and you just fail. Like, you just die. The world ends, basically. Yeah, we only ever did that one time. You gotta sit there for like over a minute, I think. Gomawo. Okay, we got some more gear, some more loot, blah blah blah. So yeah, if you missed it, I did start an offline series of videos. Episode 2 will go live tomorrow for non-channel members. Channel members saw that like 2 days ago. And it's always going to be like that, just because sometimes I'll record them at like really weird hours. And then, you know, it's easy to upload, so I just upload it instantly. And if it's on my channel, I just like to make it public for members. But then, I'll release it to everybody on days where I'm not streaming, because that's when I want people to watch it, ideally. On days I'm not streaming, it's nice to have some kind of something out there. Just so folks remember who I am, right? Or like people who maybe don't tune into every stream, they'll see it and be like, oh yeah, that guy. Then maybe they'll tune into the next stream. Yeah, what's up, Juan? Good to see you, man. Happy Tuesday. How's your shiny collecting going? I watched a Wolf Den video about this Gully Kit controller and like an 8-bit do controller that people are using to make macros to shiny hunt. Are you doing that? Or are you just doing it like, you know, are you doing it all hardcore? You searched on YouTube and no one recorded Eve's death at the hands of Demogorgon. Really rare? Oh, really? Wow. Because I guess what it is, Nicholas, is that there's no special cutscene. You kind of just die. But we can watch it next time. Remind me next time and I'll do it. I will die on purpose. What do I want here? I basically got everything, right? Not necessarily. I do like to have reflection, chain reflection 1. I like that one, and then I'll get some more speed. Yeah, that's good. We got ammo, eagle eye, burst trance, shield destruction, perfect combat, double edge. Okay. Onward. Time for some UN. Now this is great practice for when I do my boss challenge stuff, because this is always the boss where I take like one hit. 1, 2, back up, and 3, 4. Then back up. Run away from the tar pits. Fly away again. 1, and 2, 3. Down her. One, 2, and 3. Delay and 4. And overhead. That was a little bit sloppy. Nice. Here, try to time it. 1 and 2. Dodge. Tiny bit early. I got the blink. That's great. It's good RNG. Unfortunately, I did tank a hit there because I was in the clouds, so not a great time to do that. 1 and 2, 3. Man, that sucks. I just overcommitted. Here's the projectile attack. I want to run away a little bit, like right around here is always comfortable. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Land, dodge. Chain reflection 1. Oh yeah, let me use my shotgun. I keep forgetting I have a shotgun. There's the insta-kill. Okay, so overdrive. You're not using a whole machine kit to reset shinies, not to mention you're currently still working on a Manaphy hunt that is literally taking years. Wow. I'm not sure what Pokemon that is. Here's phase 3. Also, you can do something else while hunting in ZA. Nice. Yeah, if you can multitask, that seems great. 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Charge some more burst. Shoot her down. Another insta-kill. I didn't reach. That sucks. Alright, we just made it work. She was about to do the tidal wave attack. That's what that stance was. Just barely avoided the clouds there at the very end. Nice. Hell yeah. My buyer just messaged me, and I just said, yeah, feel good. Feel on time. I told him buy 5. And I got just enough. We gotta hurry it up, though. Like, we're gonna kill Providence, and that's it. That's the stream. I gotta go ASAP. Man, I wish I started a little bit earlier. Maybe I should have started at like 1 o'clock, but the thing is, I never start at 1. That never happens. If we're streaming at 1 p.m. Eastern time, it's because we were up all night the previous day streaming, and we've done that once. So, in like an overnight situation, that would happen, but I don't think I've ever otherwise started at 1 p.m. So, but this is working out basically perfectly. I can kill the last 2 bosses in like under 15 minutes. So yeah, we should make it just fine. If you listen closely, the grunts of UN and Raven are the same for obvious reasons, but it's a nice feature that's Shift Up put into the game to show you who she really is. Long story short, Manaphy is tied as the hardest hunt to do in Pokemon. You need to complete Pokemon Ranger plus the Egg DLC, 1 per copy, not save. The trade to a Gen 4 game. Oh wait, then trade to a Gen 4 game and trade the egg over and over. Wow. Be safe while selling your stuff to a random Florida man. It's not a random Florida man, it's a friend of a friend, so I know he's legit. I got his number from my boy, who I've known for like 10 years at this point. And I've actually also helped... It's not like I know many CRT people, so most of them though are Smash people. So they play mostly like Smash, but like my one friend who I met this guy through is super cool. Because he plays all sorts of fighters. His main game now is Street Fighter 3, which is sick. Because that game has incredible music. I love Street Fighter 3. But yeah, for like Smash folks, usually they don't care too much about the picture quality. They just want a CRT. At all. In fact, most of the time at locals, they will play on like really small TVs. So the fact that this guy was interested in a 27-inch must mean he must play other games too. So I'll ask him about that. I'm curious what he's going to play on it. Because it has S-Video. So, yeah. Interesting. But I guess playing on a big CRT is also nice for Smash. I've never played... I mean, I've played Smash Brothers when I was like a kid. I don't know really anything about the competitive side of it these days. What NBA game am I watching? Hey, Nick, 56K. Thank you for tuning in. I'm watching Heat Cavaliers tomorrow at the Kaseya Center. It should be really fun. I've never been to an NBA game before. But yeah, I'm in Miami, so we're going to go see the Heat, and they're playing the Cavs. I'm going to be the one friend who doesn't really follow basketball there. So my friends will be educating me, like the entire game probably. If you want more Manaphy eggs, you need to buy a new sealed copy of Pokemon Ranger since used copies already have the egg taken. Wow, that's awful. You're hunting 1 egg per trade for 30 to 50 minutes for 1 encounter. Wow. Wait, and you said you've been working on this for years, Juan? Like, when did you start that? Did you... I'm gonna guess you started it during COVID. I'm gonna guess 2020. Let me know. It's gonna be a cool match. Enjoy that. The atmosphere is insane. Yeah, I'm hyped about that because, you know, I just like being at sports events, you know? I've been to a ton of baseball games, but I've never been to an NBA game. So that's exciting. You remember watching Celtics Thunder back in 2022 and it was nuts? Sick. Especially like big teams like that, right? 2022, I don't even know, was Kevin Durant still on the Thunder at that point? I have no idea. I just know he was at some point. So I'll grab this. Okay. And then just make sure that you get your damage upgrade here before going to Raven. Because there is no repair console. Kind of cruel, right? A little bit cruel. Oh, he was playing for the Nets then? Yeah, I feel bad for the Nets. Because they're just like, they're a New Jersey team that moved to New York, so they basically don't have fans. Until like there's a next generation of fans. You know, because like New Yorkers, they're not gonna, like what the hell? They're not gonna follow like a New Jersey team. New Yorkers are just Knicks fans. So I feel like it's gonna be a long time before the Nets have fans. I only know about them a little bit just because the same sports network, yes, that covers the Yankees, which I'm a diehard fan of, they talk about the Brooklyn Nets sometimes, so because they also cover them. Alright, here we are at Raven. September 18th, 2019 is when you started? Wow. Juan, that is hardcore. That is hardcore. I could never do that. Probably. Like, I have a friend who, he also likes shiny stuff. I know he reset his, like, he was doing a playthrough of Crystal. And on original hardware, everything, and he was doing, like, soft resets. And it took him, I don't know how long, but he eventually got his shiny Cyndaquil. So, you know, good for him. It's such an interesting thing because, like, for me, most Pokemon shinies to me just look worse than the original. So I already don't want to grind for anything, and then they don't even look better. In some cases, yeah, they look awesome, but in general, most of the shinies that I've seen, I'm like, I like the original better. But like, obviously, there's very cool ones, like Charizard is a cool one. I guess it's a case-by-case basis, so I would feel bad, like, if your favorite Pokemon doesn't have a cool shiny skin, it's like, damn, brutal. That's just like such... it's unfortunate, right? Okay, here's Raven. Do I have my shotgun equipped? I do, hell yeah. 1. 1, 2, and 3. Blink. We take that. One and 2. I will down her here. One, 2, and 3. There's phase 2. I'll do a chain reflection 1. One, 2, 3, 4. Delay and dodge. 1 clash. Oh, that looks great. In this outfit, that looks awesome. Wow. Tempest. Dodge. Nah, I didn't dodge. I was overcommittal there. I didn't have to do all that. 1, 2. Okay, yeah, nice. Damn it, now I'm wasting time. Okay. And you know, I could feel that she was close to doing a Tempest. She'll always do it a little bit into phase 2. I could feel she was close to it, and I still did a rush chain. It's really hard for me to dodge the Tempest when it's like that. Because I'm used to dodging it when she does it off of a full startup. Like when she does her entire load, you know? Like the entire loading screen, and then the Tempest. I'm used to doing that one. 1 and 2. That was my bad. Hey, Alex Nunn. 1, 2, 3, 4. Dot. Let's keep it going. At this point, I'm not worried about the hits anymore. I just gotta go. One and dodge. Punishing Edge. Good damage. Another one. Oh, I'm out of shotgun ammo. Whoops. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5. Delay and blink. One, 2, clash. Something kind of poetic and prophetic. Wearing the fusion suit. Yeah, sure. Adam versus Raven, in a way. 1 and 2, 3, 4. Delay and 5. 1. Ah, Raven, you've practiced her so much you could probably fight her with one hand. Oh, we've done... Actually, you know, we did one-handed challenges on Stalker before. This was back during the demo. But yeah, it's a fun challenge for sure. It's not much different. Actually, all you're doing is dodging instead. So it does feel basically the same. But that was a really fun video. I thought it was so cool and no one watched it, unfortunately. Our hits are screwed. I'm going to reset the counter. Our hits are completely screwed. I stopped keeping track. Because now I'm just tilted that I overcommitted. When I need to end the stream as soon as possible. Hold on, I didn't buy ammo. Okay, go back to the shop, buy shotgun ammo, and just kill Raven as soon as humanly possible because I need to leave. For anybody just tuning in, I'm meeting a buyer for a TV, and I told him by 5 I'd be there. So that's why I kind of started today's stream earlier. You know, I've told this story like a few times, just for anybody just tuning in, because, you know, it's a stream, people are in and out. So I like to, you know, update everybody. Ammo. If you need to go, just do your thing. Oh no, I told him by 5. Like, I can still kill these 2 bosses if I just stop losing sight of our goal. Alright, here we go. 1 and 2. One, 2, back up. 1 and 2. Bang, bang. Down her. Shoot her. Whoa, that was weird. One, 2, and dodge. Not even sure how I got hit there. But I've got pumps. One. Clash. Clash is good. Is good overall, but I wanted the parries there. Okay, phase 2. I'll do a chain reflection 1 into a rush chain. Dodge and dodge into another chain reflection 1. Rush chain, shoot her. Oh my goodness. I'm getting trolled. Hell yeah. Alright, let's do it again. Bro, by 5, go get the TV. It's okay, we can wait. Oh no, I'm gonna end the stream. I'm not gonna come back. That's the thing. Because I don't want to leave the stream AFK for like half an hour. I'm not gonna do that. That's crazy. And it's literally 10 minutes away. So if I'm still fighting at 4:50, then I'm just gonna end the stream. But that's pretty much when I need to literally go, because it's really close to my house. Luckily, he is driving to me. 1 and 2. The whole thing was very convenient. They work close to where I live, and they were cool with just driving closer to me. 1, 2, and 3. Anyway, this isn't the first time we've done this. I've had it plenty of streams where I'm like, oh, I need to go do something. But I'm always stubborn. I guess I'm just stubborn by nature. 1 and 2. Bang, bang. 1 and 2. 1 clash. One, 2, and 3. Phase 2 again. How many times have we died on phase 2? Dodge. Alright, chain reflection 1. Rush chain. Shoot her. 1, 2. Okay, retribution into... I know she's gonna wake up Tempest. I can feel she's gonna wake up Tempest there. She didn't do Tempest? Laughing string. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay. Botch that, it's okay. Tempest. Tempest. There we go. Chain reflection 1, and then we'll just shoot her. One, 2, 3, 4. Providence real quick, and then I'm gonna skip the ending. Providence and skip the ending. Such an Elden Ring windup. So, yeah, no, actually, it is kind of... Yes, I know what you mean. It does feel like a Morgoth attack. I mean, just because there is a big delay there. I'm on Alt F4 here. Kind of brutal. But I'm on Alt F4 just so I can fight in boss challenge because it'll be faster. I want to see Providence once today. That way, in case I record an episode tomorrow, I won't feel too out of shape, like out of practice. It's just like, I'm going to get you. I'm going to get you. What's that meme? It's like, Ricky, when I catch you, Ricky. Ricky, when I catch you. When I catch you, Ricky. I don't even know what the original audio is from. But I saw a funny... What the heck is going on here? Undo that. There we go. I don't know what happened to my stream. It should still be displaying normally, but my OBS just randomly threw my... It just randomly threw my preview for a loop. It's like all strange now. But it should still look normal, I think. JG, wrote on beautiful. Thank you guys. Okay, Providence. Then I'm out of here. Gotta get one Providence practice in. 1. 1, 2. 1. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. I whiffed one hit there. It's okay. 1, 2. I'll do a shield breaker. I knew that was safe because his shield was about to break. Dodge. And blink. Chain reflection 1. One, 2, delay, and 3, and 4. Down him. Into phase 2 soon. There it is. Oh yeah, you're dodging the blue. The blue there, not the first attack. One, delay, and dodge. 1, and repulse. I gotta save some ammo for the insta-kill. Interrupt that. 1, 2. 1. 1, 2. 1, alright. And he should wake up and do another insta-kill, so pretty good. Oh, I wanted to dodge that. Try dodging it. But I don't know, I did something weird. I aimed instead. Hits. Hope you can get a PC so that you can get a mod for a costume of Bayonetta 1. Oh yeah, I saw you posted that. That's pretty cool. Alright, that's Providence. Thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. I'm gonna go sell this TV, get it out of my car. I'm so happy to get it out of there. I'm tired of driving with a heavy CRT in my trunk. Cargo area. That really has good tracking, huh? You can't just outrun it. Wow, crazy. Because you cannot dodge for some reason here. Notice? Can't do anything. So the only option there is to try to run away from it. GG's. Hey Akai Neko, good to see you. You got the tail end of the stream. Have fun selling the TV. Thank you. I'm sure he's gonna be very happy. And then also stay tuned for new video tomorrow morning, which will be boss challenge, the usual stuff. And it was a quicker one. It was a quicker one. It's like 35, 36 minutes. So let me know what you think. I would appreciate it. Any kind of feedback for anybody watching the series. Agatoki, you commented. I appreciate that. And yeah, we'll be back next time. So peace out, Sravan, Agatoki, Juan, Akaineko, Alex Nunn, Nicholas Barreto, Nick 56K. Oh, Akaineko, I just noticed you. I think I must have been in the middle of a boss fight. I didn't see when you said good afternoon. So thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you. I just missed that completely. Whoops. Darkness, who went to bed earlier. I appreciate you. Sabi. Who else did we have in here? Andy Dodo, thank you for tuning in. And Jonathan Ka as well. Zaki Jucky. C Newt, thank you. Mei Ame, thank you for tuning in. Fabian Auberger, thank you for tuning in from Germany. And that's everybody that I can see. Yep, that's the whole chat. All right, see you guys. Peace.